Solo camping for two. I'm on episode 16. I am knee deep into this anime. But I gotta say, the animation only gets more and more goofy. It reminds me of One Punch Man season 3 animation. It just looks weird and feels really off. But Shizuka right here and Gin. Look how goofy Gin looks, bro. What the hell? What's going on anymore? But like I was saying, because it is Gin and Shizuka, you know, these two guys are just incredibly wholesome despite their imperfections in animation and their personalities. You know, Shizuka is really jealous, and the way that she met Gin by she was about to, me too him, if you know what I'm saying. If you don't know what that is, then you're gonna have to Google that one, because that's just one giant rabbit hole that I want to get into. But this really is an affliction that I have. More like an addiction. I just love learning about camping. Despite my family forcing me to go camping, I'd always enjoy myself, have time in nature, away from it all, away from the city lights, away from technology, away from everything. And just enjoy nature for what it is. But at the same time, here you get to see a lot of great views. But yeah, man, just look how cheesy this is, man. I don't know why I'm still watching this. Why am I I just gotta sit back and just wonder sometimes, what am I doing with myself? But no, and like, in all seriousness, you learn a lot. I learned a lot in this anime that I wouldn't have otherwise watching it. But to be fair, it all goes over my head. It goes in one ear and out the other. It just oh my gosh. But fuck it. If anything, it helps you learn how to survive. Someday, somewhere, I'm gonna need this knowledge, but it's gonna be buried deep inside my subconsciousness. And then one day, when I'm in a deserted desert or island or in a tropical forest, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I remember solo camping for two. I remember what they taught me, and then it's gonna end up saving my life out in the woods, in the tundras, in the glaciers, in hollow earth itself. This will save my life one day. Maybe not. Anyways, yeah, man, the animation is just so funky, man. It's so weird. It's just so wacky. Wacko. It's just so wacko, so wacky, so strange, so weird. Oh man, it really does remind me of One Punch Man season 3. But it is what it is.